Positive Spin, presenting positive, innovative, and solution-oriented news from around the world.
The world is very different today than it was in 1945. What will it look like in 2045 when the UN...
In today's program, we'll learn about the United Nations global conversation to address the world's problems on the occasion of the organization's 75th anniversary.
Today, in the very heart of Muir Woods National Monument, a bronze plaque quietly reminds visitors that
Then we'll visit Muir Woods in Marin County, California, for a remembrance of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the central figure in the development of the United Nations.
Gavin Newsom, Lieutenant Governor of California, the birthplace of the United Nations, up there in Northern California, San Francisco.
And we'll listen to a message of peace and support for the United Nations from then California Lieutenant Governor and now Governor Gavin Newsom.
Happy birthday, Ringo.
Happy birthday, Ringo.
Following that, we'll experience Ringo Starr's annual Peace and Love celebration and send him best wishes for his 80th birthday.
Give us a hug and I'll show you. We're hugging and we're peace and loving. We're not being violent and we're not injuring anybody else.
Perhaps it's time to ask ourselves the question, what can I as an individual do to help?
And we'll hear how Paul McCartney's Meat Free Monday campaign can make a significant impact on preserving our environment.
And all its inhabitants. And it starts with just one day a week.
Peace is the warmth experienced when surrounded by people.
Finally, we'll hear a series of personal messages of peace. 2020 marks the 75th anniversary of the founding of the United Nations in San Francisco. On this occasion, the UN Secretary General is calling upon the people of the world to participate in the world's biggest global conversation. The following video presentation features people who have responded to the call.
In 2020, the United Nations turned 75. The world is very different today than it was in 1945. What will it look like in 2045 when the UN turns 100? Imagine the possibilities. How do we get there? We know the threats. Let's face them together.
It is we children and future generations that are going to suffer the most from these consequences if we fail.
Our challenges are immense. No nation can solve them alone, but together, we help. We learn, we teach, we care, we innovate.
We have the passion, the fire, and the ideas to make the change.
I am deeply convinced that there is no other way to deal with global challenges but with global responses.
All things are possible. Shared problems, shared solutions. Join the global conversation. Let's shape the future. Together.
What if there was... there's plenty of what ifs.
What if we didn't have corruption,
persecuciones o guerras,
HIV,
جرائم الشرع,
ageism,
discrimination,
stigma.
ماذا لو فهم الجميع في العالم معنى أن تكون مهاجراً بعيداً عن أهلك، بعيداً عن ناسك، بعيداً عن وطنك؟
I always think, what if my home just disappears? What if my whole country disappears? And what if my daughter never gets to see it?
What if the world was cleaner?
What if my child could grow up in a world where climate change wasn't a constant threat and where cities were pollution-free?
أمنيتي لها خاصة بعدل الفرق بين المدينة وبرات المدينة.
Tous les jours, on voit les villes grandir, on voit un exode rural des populations, et cela vient avec beaucoup de problèmes, des problèmes de logement, des problèmes d'insalubrité, des problèmes de santé publique.
By 2050, globally, there will be more people over the age of 60 than children. So we need to plan for age-friendly cities.
Но это единственным образом можно решить. Один шаг за шагом.
There's so many people that have nothing, and there's so few people that have a lot. And you think about inequality. I mean, so important to understand that we need a world that is more equal.
What if we lived in a world where all that mattered was how we cared about each other?
We're all deserving of the same kind of care and love and health and education. And these are just all basic necessities that we should all have access to.
世界上的贫富差距应该可以减少，而且将会有更多的工作机会给新的一代。
New technology can do things that are completely undreamt of. What if it was used for bringing education to rural areas?
Tout ce que je suis devenu, c'est vraiment cette éducation que j'ai reçue à la base. Et je pense que si moi, je peux accéder à cette éducation, tous les enfants du monde doivent avoir accès à ça aussi.
如果全世界一起合作，打造一个共享的网络空间，那么所有人都能够参与数字经济。
¿Qué tal si en el mundo nos escucháramos?
When we bring our minds together, those ideas become innovation.
I think my only what if, out of many what ifs, would be what if every young person was empowered to reach their full potential?
What if the world was a more secure place for young people like me?
Мы все в этом мире бременные. Y у нас есть путь выбрать.
Cuando digo que hace falta solidaridad entre países, también es solidaridad entre las personas.
What if all the nations understand that we are so powerful? We should be the instrument of peace. We should be the peace.
What if leaders and communities would understand that they should use dialogue and not conflict to address their differences?
Si c'est possible.
Do I think this is possible? Yes, because I'm an optimist.
I'm an optimist.
We need your opinions, your strategies, your ideas for us to be able to deliver better for the people of the world that we must serve.
We can change this game.
It is absolutely essential that you all join the conversation.
Everybody has to contribute. We don't have an option.
Everybody needs to talk. We need to come together.
What would the world be like?
A special commemorative event during the founding of the United Nations was a memorial service for President Roosevelt, who envisioned the United Nations. The event was held under the redwood trees of Muir Woods in Marin County, California.
Today, in the very heart of Muir Woods National Monument, a bronze plaque quietly reminds visitors that an event of international significance took place here amid the profound silence and serenity of the ancient redwoods as World War II was coming to an end. But 75 years ago, the world was at war, our nation mourning the loss of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The recently sworn-in President Truman's first decision was to proceed with the San Francisco Peace Conference. And so, on April 25th, 1945, 268 delegates representing 46 nations gathered in San Francisco to open the first session of the United Nations Conference. The atmosphere was solemn. The delegates worked hard on difficult issues. On May 19th, they took time off to honor the memory of FDR, a lover of trees, with a walk and ceremony among the peaceful, timeless redwoods of Muir Woods.
We now hear a message concerning peace and the importance of the United Nations from California Lieutenant Governor and now Governor Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom, Lieutenant Governor of California, the birthplace of the United Nations, up there in Northern California, San Francisco. One of the things that makes us most proud about our state is we're a universal state. 27% of the state is foreign-born. And I think at the end of the day, as the Bible teaches us, we're many parts but one body. When one part suffers, we all suffer. And this notion, we are all in this together. The human race rises and falls together. And so that's the spirit of California. It's the spirit of the United Nations. The spirit of peace should be the cause for all of us.
Ringo Starr will celebrate his 80th birthday on July 7th. In the past, Unity Foundation has covered several of Ringo's birthday celebrations at the Capitol Records Building in Hollywood. The foundation also attended Ringo Starr and his all-star band's 30th anniversary finale concert at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles, where we asked Ringo's fans to express their best birthday wishes.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Ringo Starr and his...
Ringo Starr, the legendary drummer for the Beatles, turns 80 in July 2020. Each year on his birthday, Ringo hosts a celebration promoting peace and love throughout the world. The highlight of the celebration is a chant of peace and love and the flashing of the peace sign with people participating worldwide.
You can even play them easy. Ringo is my brother-in-law, and a guy couldn't have a better friend. For what he's been through, he's so down to earth, straight across, and funny, and a really good person. And he's been talking about peace and love for a long, long time. Thank you, brother. Ringo, out here to the back row.
That's a great picture, man. Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful day. It's LA. The sun. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peace and love. Peace and love, everybody. Thank you. Coming up. It was 10 years ago. Yeah. We started this. By chance, actually, we were asked her. You know, like a lot of people ask, what would you like for your birthday? And just, I said, I'd like everyone to say peace and love at 12 noon. In Chicago, we did that, and look at it now.
Ringo.
We had like 3 cameras then.
Ringo, you have a message for the Secretary General. I'm here from the UN.
Yeah.
You did that peace message for us 2 years ago.
I did. Well, I'm always saying peace, so give them the same one.
I will.
It's always peace.
If you were going to write a song about your life right now, what do you think the title would be?
Everything is groovy. That shows you how old I am. Groovy! I gotta say hello just to you because you dressed up.
Thank you so much. You said you wanted flowers, so I brought you flowers.
You are the flower.
Thank you so much for being an ambassador of peace and love.
Thank you. Well, in my head, I'm pretty good. I mean, it's just a fact. I am pretty good. And this is where you get to if you live long. You know what I mean?
Hi, I'm Kathy, and I wish Ringo a very happy birthday and many more years of making music and peace and love. My name's Jennifer.
Jonathan.
And peace and love. So
peace and love, togetherness, us being together, being citizens of the world. Así que hablamos español. Also, I've been a teacher for 21 years, special education, mental health awareness, and that there's nothing more beautiful than helping other people and helping kids have a wonderful life. So Ringo, we love you. See right here. And peace and love.
One world.
Birthday, Ringo.
I'm Scott.
Chaz.
We're old bandmates and big fans of the Beatles, especially Ringo. Peace and love. Thank you for all your years.
Yeah, what he said. Thanks, Ringo. Peace.
My name is Shannon. And peace and love. We love all of it, and we love lots of peace. Thank you for being you. Happy birthday.
Hi, my name is Martina. I'm with Gale, and I just want to say spread love and peace and happiness and be kind to each other.
My name is Tracy. I'm from Southern California. Happy birthday, Ringo. Peace and love.
I'm Paula. I love Ringo Starr, and peace and love is just being here with everyone and being happy, and that means a lot. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Right? Patrice Flores. Peace and love is timeless. Just not now, forever and ever. Well done. Peace and love.
Hi, Danny Flores. Peace and love to everybody. The message from Ringo is right on. All you need is love. Peace and love.
Hi, Ian Flores. Peace and love forever.
Hey Ringo, my name's Kathy Dunnigan. I wish I could meet you in person to wish you a happy 80th. I'm here at the Greek Theater. This is the 13th time I've had a pair of tickets to see you. First time was in Costa Mesa 30 years ago. Happy birthday.
Hey Ringo, I'm Donna Swykow, and I have been following the Beatles since 1964. Saw you guys at Shea Stadium. This is my first all-star band tonight. Happy 80th birthday. I'm so excited. Thank you.
I'm Lori.
Oh, hi, I'm Sheldon.
Talk about what he meant to you as a
Oh my
drummer.
gosh, Ringo? He was the reason I started playing drums at age 8. So that was 1963 when they just hit U.S. When you came out, and I was part of that big movement back in the 60s as a kid. But yeah, peace and love. Being there in Haight-Ashbury in the 60s, being a part of the San Francisco scene, and waiting all the time to hear your new records. But I know you want to hear about peace and love. Well, that's what it's really all about. Peace, not only internal, but the kind of peace that we bring to our homes, our communities, and the world. And the love that we share amongst each other, considering and being more interested in the other person except for ourselves. That's where we find peace in, or love, in serving others and doing that out of the fullness of our own that we have.
Happy birthday, Ringo.
Happy birthday, Ringo.
Ringo, what's the importance of peace in the world?
Sorry?
What is the importance of peace in the world?
Well, give us a hug and I'll show you. We're hugging and we're peace and loving. We're not being violent and we're not injuring anybody else.
Happy 80th birthday, Ringo. We love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ringo. Happy birthday to
The coronavirus has had a devastating effect on the workers in our country's meatpacking plants. This has led to plant closures and less availability of meat products. Paul McCartney's Meat Free Monday campaign is a simple action people can take to help relieve the pressure on the meat packaging plants and the resulting shortage of meat products. In the following video, we'll learn more about the Meat Free Monday campaign.
Life, its very existence on Earth, is the result of an amazing series of coincidences. Our planet's physical makeup and position in the solar system have resulted in a delicate balance of climatic conditions that would not exist if it were just slightly nearer to the sun or slightly further away. Thanks to these perfect conditions, Earth has become home to millions of species of plants and animals. Including us humans. We've learned to harness the power and the bounty of the planet, leading to our great success as a species. I'm amazed at the things we humans have been able to create, like the skyscrapers in New York and paddy fields cultivated in the same way for hundreds of years. But with this success comes the responsibility to preserve the delicate balance to which we owe our existence. I don't know about you, but for me, nature is inspiring and invigorating. When I think of the beauty of the world, I think of things like the crystal clear waters of the Great Barrier Reef, of majestic whales, lush green rainforests, and the virgin mountain slopes of the Himalayas. But what kind of images will our grandchildren and great-grandchildren have in their minds when thinking about the world in just 10 or 20 years' time? We've heard it all before. Our way of life is destroying the planet. And fossil fuels used for transport and industry are to blame. That's certainly true, but that's only part of the problem. What we often don't hear much about is animal agriculture. Animal agriculture results in vast amounts of greenhouse gases being released into the atmosphere. It requires increasingly unsustainable levels of precious resources, including land, water, and energy. It is a major contributor towards global environmental degradation and climate change. And it's not just livestock rearing that's a problem. Industrialized fishing destroys marine ecosystems as miles of nets sweep up anything in their path. Perhaps it's time to ask ourselves the question, what can I as an individual do to help? Well, there's a simple but significant way to help protect the planet and all its inhabitants. And it starts with just 1 day a week. 1 day without eating animal products can have a huge impact in helping maintain that delicate balance that sustains us all.
Almost a third of all land on Earth is used for livestock production.
Just try a day, just 1 day.
A third of all cereal crops and more than 95% of soy is turned into feed for farmed animals.
1 day a week can make a world of difference.
An area of rainforest the size of 100 football pitches is cut down every hour to create room for grazing cattle.
It can take 2,350 litres of fresh water, that's about 30 bathtubs, to produce just 1 beef burger.
Just try a day.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us and go meat-free on Mondays.
We leave you now with a series of personal messages of peace.
Well, you just asked me what peace means
to me, or why we need peace in the world. Well, I mean, A, who's for war, really? I mean, even the people that are for war will always tell you they're for peace. B, I think we live in an incredibly polarized world right now where everybody's fighting with everybody else, and there needs to be some common ground where people can sort of figure out any similarities that they have with each other. And it's a noble cause, and it's something to really try and do. I don't think the cynical part of me says it's not possible. The optimistic part of me says yes, it can happen. So that's what peace means to me. Hi, my name is Marc Huestis, and you are watching Positive Spin Television.
Peace is a beautiful garden, a warm sunset, a favorite pet. Peace is the warmth experienced when surrounded by people who love you, and the joy of being in surroundings that inspire you.
Thank you for watching Positive Spin. This show is made possible through the generosity of the Patty and Jack Wright Foundation. Watch and subscribe on our previous episodes on YouTube. Please like us on Facebook. Watch us on Free Speech TV, Dish Network, DirecTV, Roku, Sling, and Apple TV. I'm Bill McCarthy. Please stay safe and healthy. Create your own positive news.